Imagine you want to say, come here.
Venga aquí.
Or study more.
Estudie más.
Or turn left at the light.
Gire a la izquierda en el semáforo.
Whether you're giving instructions, advice, or simply just telling someone what to do, we need to learn the imperative mood, or simply commands in Spanish.
The Spanish language has three moods. The indicative,
For facts or truths,
the subjunctive,
for uncertainty or subjectivity,
and the imperative.
which is commands. And today we're going to go over how to use some commands and how to conjugate them, and of course give you plenty of examples to help improve your Spanish. Now, this is the first in a three-part series, so today we're going to go over formal commands using usted and ustedes. But in the next few weeks, we'll publish videos on not only the informal to commands, but also commands using nosotros and vosotros.
Okay, so what is the imperative mood?
Well, the imperative mood isn't just to give direct commands like sit down,
Siéntese.
but also to make requests like please pass me the salt.
Por favor, páseme la sal.
We can also give instructions like take a right at the corner.
Gire a la derecha en la esquina.
We can offer advice, be careful,
Tenga cuidado.
and even offer encouragement, like don't give up.
No se rinda.
Now, it's important to remember that commands focus on another person, that is, telling someone what to do.
Or not to do. And in today's lesson, we'll be going over the formal singular usted
That's talking respectfully to one person.
and the formal or informal plural ustedes.
Now, remember, in Spain, these are separate. If you're speaking to an informal group, you'll use vosotros commands, and if you're speaking to a formal group, you'll use ustedes commands. But in Latin America, we use ustedes whether we're talking formally or informally to a group of people. And you'll also need to know the different conjugations, whether we're talking about affirmative commands
Do this.
or negative commands.
Don't do that.
So now we'll go over how to conjugate commands, and we strongly recommend that whether this is your first time or you just need a refresher, that you go through these.
But if you feel like you already know how to conjugate commands, go ahead and skip to the explanations and examples in the next chapter.
So first, we'll talk about affirmative commands. So when dealing with affirmative, formal, usted, ustedes commands, follow these steps. So if we have the verb entender,
Start with the present tense yo form of the verb, so in this case, entiendo. Drop the O and add the opposite ending. For an AR verb, add E for usted or EN for ustedes. For ER and IR verbs, add A for usted or AN for ustedes. So we get entienda or entiendan. Now, let's see an example for an AR, ER, and IR verb ending.
Okay, so if we want to give the command speak, we need the verb hablar. So we conjugate hablar into the present tense yo form and we get hablo. We remove the O and then we add our endings for an AR verb. So we get usted hable or ustedes hablan.
If we want to give the command eat, we need the verb comer. For the present tense yo form, we get como. We drop the O and add the opposite ending. Because it's an ER verb, we get for usted, coma, and for ustedes, coman.
Now, if we want to give the command write, we need the verb escribir. So first, we conjugate escribir into the present tense yo form and we get escribo. We remove the O and then we add our opposite ending. So because escribir is an IR verb, we get usted escriba and ustedes escriban. Now, the good news is when using usted and ustedes in negative commands, we will actually use the exact same formal conjugation pattern. We're just going to put a no in front of the verb. So for example, for usted, if I wanted to say, don't speak with strangers,
No hable con desconocidos.
or if I wanted to say for ustedes, don't eat in the classroom.
No coman en el aula.
Now, with usted and ustedes formal commands, object and reflexive pronouns attach differently, whether it's an affirmative command or a negative command. For affirmative commands, pronouns are attached to the end of the verb and add an accent to maintain the original stress if it becomes a multisyllabic word. For example, do it right now.
Hágalo ahora mismo.
Or read it carefully.
Léalo con atención.
Or write them a letter.
Escríbales una carta.
So we can see that in each of these cases, the pronoun is attached to the end of the verb command, and we had to add an accent to maintain the original stress.
For negative commands, pronouns precede the verb and are placed separately before it. For example,
Don't do it now.
no lo haga ahora.
Don't read it without permission.
No lo lea sin permiso.
Don't write to them yet.
No les escriba todavía.
So, for negative commands with pronouns, we'll always see no, then the pronoun, and then the verb. Okay, now before we get into all of our examples, here's a good time to stop and remind you all to please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you still haven't, and you can always head over to Buy Me a Coffee to donate to the channel to give us that caffeinated energy we need to keep making videos like this to help improve your Spanish.
And don't forget, Jeff, we also have memberships now, and you can become a member of our community and receive extra benefits. You can become our primo or our amigo, and we'll leave those links in the description of this video. Okay, as we said before, we use commands to give instructions, advice or warnings, encouragement, or direct commands.
And let's go over a few different examples using a variety of affirmative and negative commands so that we really get this down. And just in this first part, we'll go through the process of how to conjugate these, and then we'll speed up and go a little bit faster. So for direct commands, if we have the affirmative command for usted, close the window please, we need the verb cerrar. We first conjugate it into the present tense yo form and we get cierro. Then we remove the o and we add our opposite ending. Because cerrar is an AR verb, we get cierre.
Cierre la ventana, por favor.
Now, if we have the negative command for usted, don't come in here, we need the verb entrar.
So we conjugate it into the present yo form, entro. We drop the o and we add our ending for AR verb and we get entre. No entre aquí.
Now, if we have the negative command for ustedes, do not interrupt during the presentation, we need the verb interrumpir. So we conjugate into the present tense yo form, interrumpo, then we drop the o, and then we add our IR opposite endings. So we get interrumpen.
No interrumpan durante la presentación.
And here, if we have the affirmative command for ustedes, help others with the project, we need the verb ayudar.
So we conjugate it into the present yo form, ayudo. We drop the o and add our AR ending. So it would be ayuden. Ayuden a los demás en el proyecto.
And Dars, how would it be if we wanted to add an object pronoun here to substitute a lo demás?
Ayúdenlos en el proyecto.
So it's an affirmative command, so we'll add los to the end of the verb and add our accent. Ayúdenlos. So that's what direct commands look like, and that's how to conjugate them. Now we're going to move a little bit faster, see if you can follow along. Now if we want to make requests, if we have the affirmative command for ustedes, pass me the documents, please. How would it be?
We need the verb pasar. So we would get pásenme. Pásenme los documentos, por favor.
And if we have the negative command for usted, don't forget to bring the report tomorrow.
We need the verb olvidar. So we would get olvide. No olvide traer el informe mañana.
And if we have this negative command for ustedes, don't give me an answer yet.
We need the verb dar. We get den. No me den una respuesta todavía.
And if we have the affirmative command for usted, turn off the light, please.
We need the verb apagar. So we get apague. Apague la luz, por favor.
Okay, now here, if we want to add an object pronoun for la luz, how would it be?
Apáguela, por favor.
So it's an affirmative command, so we attach la for la luz to the end, and we make sure we add our accent to keep the original stress. So that's what requests look like. Now, how about if we want to give instructions? If we have the negative command for usted, don't mix the ingredients yet.
We need the verb mezclar. So we get mezcle. No mezcle los ingredientes todavía.
And if we have this affirmative command for ustedes, follow the signs to get to the park.
We need the verb seguir, and we get sigan. Sigan las señales para llegar al parque.
And if we have this negative command for usted, don't use the elevator.
We need the verb usar, so we get use. No use este elevador.
Okay, so here's a negative command. So now how would this change if we changed elevador for an object pronoun?
So we would get no lo use. So first the no, then the pronoun lo, and then the verb.
Exactly. Now, if we have the negative command for ustedes, do not touch the pieces in the exhibit.
We need the verb tocar, and we get toquen. No toquen las piezas de la exhibición.
Okay, so that's what instructions look like. Now, how about if we want to give advice? If we have the affirmative command for ustedes, think carefully before making a decision.
We need the verb pensar, and we get piensen. Piensen bien antes de tomar una decisión.
And if we have this affirmative command for usted, rest more to feel better.
We need the verb descansar, and we get descanse. Descanse más para sentirse mejor.
Now, if we have this negative command for ustedes, don't spend all your money on unnecessary things.
We need the verb gastar, and we get gasten. No gasten todo su dinero en cosas innecesarias.
And if we have the negative command for usted, don't worry so much.
We need the verb preocuparse, and we get se preocupe. No se preocupe tanto.
So that's what advice looks like. Now, lastly, if we want to give encouragement, if we have the negative command for ustedes, don't give up.
We need the verb darse, and we get se den. No se den por vencidos.
And if we have the affirmative command for usted, keep going. You're doing a great job.
We need the verb seguir, and we get siga. Siga adelante. Está haciendo un gran trabajo.
And if we have the negative command for usted, don't lose hope.
We need the verb perder, and we get pierda. No pierda la esperanza.
And if we have the affirmative command for ustedes, work hard and you'll achieve your goals.
We need the verb esforzarse, and we get esfuércense. Esfuércense y lograrán sus metas.
And that's it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you still haven't.
And now watch this video to keep improving your Spanish.
Until next time.